America's in a jam. A traffic jam. Unless we do something about it, progress could come to a complete stop. Transportation drives the U.S. economy. Freedom to travel has become an individual liberty. With gridlock the alternative, it's imperative that we find a new, viable, comprehensive way of looking at transportation. Between 1975 and the year 2000, average annual daily traffic increased 225%. At the same time, heavy truck traffic increased 550%. Over the next 20 years, forecasters say freight will nearly double. The routes in red are already jammed to overcapacity. By 2020, congestion will back up traffic along the East Coast, the West Coast, across the Midwest, and on interstate highways approaching all major urban centers. The 75 largest cities in the United States are already experiencing stop-and-go traffic for at least 1 hour a day, some for 3 and 4 hours.
Every major city in the U.S. has a congestion problem. The highways are clogged, we're wasting fuel, and we're wasting time.
Dr. Bonnie Savage, Purdue University School of Civil Engineering.
And we're wasting it to the tune of about $78 billion a year. In terms of commercial transport, it could be nearly disastrous. If we look at projections for about 15 to 20 years, we're talking about a 25% reduction in our ability to move goods. It will take you 25% longer to get from point A to B than it does right now.
15.5 million American jobs are in or dependent upon America's transportation industry. As a system slows down, the economy slows down. Meanwhile, the United States is competing in a global economy for world markets. A major source of competition is China, which is positioning itself as the factory of the world. Chinese leaders recognize the importance of transportation for economic competitiveness. Right now, China is developing a high-speed rail system and the fastest-growing network of motorways in the world. This roadway is being built to carry load weights 2 times heavier than those allowed in the United States. Because manufacturing dominance depends on transportation to deliver price advantages, China is making huge investments in transportation systems. In the United States, a lot of thought and work went into developing an interstate highway system that was the leading edge of design and technology. But that was 50 years ago. Today, America is struggling just to keep its system operational. That's why Dr. Savage and people like her are concentrating time and resources, studying the problems and defining solutions, suggesting a comprehensive plan that is intermodal, interconnected, incorporating emerging technologies in a forward-thinking national system. That plan is America's transportation network. The Purdue team of researchers and engineers strongly recommends separate truck lanes without merging car and truck traffic on crossovers or exits. This greatly improves safety and streamlines traffic flow. Speeds would increase significantly and trip time would be reduced 25%. There would be lower BTU consumption and a reduction in CO2 emissions. Plus greater traffic volume, with trucks pulling extra trailers and carrying heavier loads that are 2 or 3 times greater than allowed today, carrying them over specially designed pavements for cost-efficient delivery. At the center of the interstate corridor, Rapid Rail provides fast dispatch for high-value freight and high-speed passenger service. There would be energy savings and benefits to the environment. America's transportation network builds on the existing interstate highway system, using the same right-of-ways, conserving land, preserving the environment, while lowering expenditures. In areas of high density, truck lanes would be elevated to minimize width of the corridor. Key to seamlessly moving from one mode of transportation to another is the exchange center. There are passenger exchange centers and freight exchange centers. Passenger exchange centers, strategically located along interstate corridors, facilitate intermodal travel between private cars, rental cars, and Rapid Rail, with rail spurs connected to airports and urban centers. Similar facilities are found at freight exchange centers, where facilities make intermodal connection between truck and rail, truck, rail, and ship, or air and ground. The vision is to link all major cities, airports, rail, and port facilities in the United States into one comprehensive, cohesive transportation network, strengthening the economy, improving national security, while remaining sensitive to the environment. With transportation gridlock on the horizon and a national economy that slows with the traffic, we have come to a place where decisions have to be made, to a time when something must be done.